Y'all, just wanted to, thoughts go through my head all the time, and just what, as far as abusive relationships, right? As you're learning about this stuff, and you're figuring out what's going on. I know when you're learning something new, you're so excited about it, right? You've figured it out, you understand what's going on, and you're starting to get answers for yourself. Part of the delay in my even doing this and speaking about abusive relationships is because when you're new and excited about it and you're learning it, and God, you're so happy and you just want to help people, and you want people to validate the abuse you've received and everything that comes with it. My situation, as I've learned, wasn't so horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it drove me to the point I didn't want to wake up, but it's different, and think what you want of this, but this is, how I feel. For me, I'm a guy, right? I can make a living, other than all the mental stuff I'm still going through, which can be a challenge, but I can provide myself a home. I've had times when after I left, where had it not been for friends, I wouldn't have had a place to go. But I had friends who could take me in for a bit and were supportive and could help me. I can't imagine what it's like for a woman. I've worked for a lot of people, a lot of really wealthy people, and not that necessarily, my experience was a lot of them were extremely toxic relationships. And I would see these wives just so timid and so afraid, and you can see, and it's heartbreaking, because what do you do? And I haven't really looked into it. I hadn't had a need to, sorry, but I encourage you, if you're in these situations and you're learning new stuff, please use discretion. If you cannot escape the situation that you're in, don't poke the bear, man. Do what you can. Gray rocking, which we'll talk about, but look it up. See what gray rocking is. And it's hard, because when you're abused like this and you feel like you have no voice, no one's going to hear you, believe me, I know. You'll tell anybody, you'll try to correct the people, and like me, you might at some point have thought you're special, and no, you can reach their heart, you can get through to them, they're supposed to love me, that's how it's supposed to be. That's not necessarily how it is. Likely it's not how it is. So I guess what I'm saying is, use discretion. When you think you know everything that's going to save you and help you, believe me, you don't. Think about doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists 20 years ago. A lot of them probably thought they knew all the answers, but look how things have changed. Even they have made adjustments into, diagnosis, and, that's why the DSM is, not the DSM-1, right? Things change until you can build yourself back up and leave the situation. If you can leave the situation, take advice from someone who didn't get this advice. Stop talking. Stop telling them. And I'm guilty even till this day. I'll for some reason your brain defaults to, oh, well, let me explain. And baiting, you'll get baited, and it just goes back into the same thing. So, in short, talk to people you can trust. Don't talk in the circles of where you feel abused. If you feel abused, if these are the people who are, wrecked your life, keep your mouth shut. Learn about, I can't stress this enough, about being a victim. because as a victim, you don't need to learn, you don't need to keep going on. I found that a lot of people that I've had discussions with about this, it's so much easier to reside in victimhood, because if you're a victim, then it's all on everyone else. And like I've said in past videos, when I first left one of my longest toxic relationships, I was out there, I was pointing fingers, she this, she that, da 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 da. A lot of it was true, but I never went and told somebody, well, yeah, that's because I did this, or because I did that. When you want to throw an accusation at someone, are you doing it to hurt them? Are you doing it to get back at them for the probably justified wrongs that have been done to you? Think about that before you open your mouth. Think about that. And if this sounds harsh, again, these are words I say to myself all the time. I'm not, I'm certainly not trying to minimize the abuse of these type of relationships at all. It is about protecting you. You're not going to save them. You're not going to fix them. You need to protect yourself, and you're the only one that can do it. Doesn't matter what they've done, what they've said, how they've done it. You're the only one that's going to save you. You're not going to save them. So protect yourself. Do not poke the bear. And be safe. All right. Be safe, guys. All right. See you soon.